What's up, guys? It's Fight Nerd. It's my first video, so please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. It motivates me to bring you guys better content. I love boxing and I love talking boxing. So if you can agree, disagree, it's all love, man. It's just here to talk about boxing. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Canelo Alvarez Caleb Plant unification for the super middleweight titles. I had a pre-fight video and I didn't have a chance to upload it, so I'm gonna just give my post-fight thoughts on the fight. It went a lot like what I kind of imagined. I This was just my opinion, you know. I thought Caleb Plant did a good job. I expected him to do well. I expected him to give Canelo some problems. He, but he I would say he exceeded my expectations, even though I expected him to do well. There was times in the fight where Canelo looked frustrated. Um, Caleb Plant, he used his jab really well, his defense really well. I think he did a good enough job to make Canelo respect his skills, you know. He was using the shoulder roll really well. He snuck in some good uppercuts in there from time to time. I was seeing some boxing outlets, media outlets that were only giving Caleb Plant 2 or 3 rounds. I thought he did a lot better than that. I think he was. It was a. I had it close up to the time he got knocked down. I thought it was gonna go to the scorecards, which I don't know how that would have worked out. I had it close, but um, looking back on the cards now, and a lot of the popular opinions in the media, I don't think it would have benefited Caleb Plant going to the scorecards. He didn't do enough, I don't think, in the later rounds. Uh, like I said, he won some of those early rounds. That was to be expected. Um, a lot of boxing fans, a lot of boxing outlets were saying that, you know, he would probably give Canelo some problems early, which he did. I don't really think Canelo started to pick it up until around the sixth, seventh, eighth. He looked really frustrated at times, but he wasn't being dominated. I feel like even though Canelo lost some of those early rounds, he was still doing enough in those rounds to put money in the bank for later, so to speak. You know what I mean? So once he started to put his combinations together a little bit, start going to the body a little more, it just broke Caleb Plant down. I think just the style of Caleb Plant minus the power, you have to do a lot extra to keep that pace for an entire fight. And even though I saw Canelo frustrated in there at times, I can't remember what round it was, but I think it was maybe the ninth or the 10th. But I saw him coming up off his stool before the next round was gonna start. He looked at the clock. So I don't know if that was frustration or he wanted to get him out of there. I don't know. But hey man, my hat's off to Plant. He did a good job. He even exceeded my expectations, and I expected him to do well. I think he proved that he belongs there. He definitely belongs there. I think it helped his stock rise in the boxing world. Um, there'll probably be better fights in the future for him. He is an Al Heyman fighter. Al Heyman, he has a lot of great fighters out there stacked, and you know, my hat's off to Caleb Plant. He did a good job, and he don't have to hang his head low. I mean, he did good, man. But my hat's off to Canelo. Um, he stayed patient. He stayed in the fight. He did his thing. He didn't use his jab enough. That was surprising. His strategy I guess his strategy kind of surprised me. But looking back on it now, I mean, I understand it. He was just, you know, I think that's a testament to Caleb Plant's skills. Canelo couldn't just go in there and take him out. I mean, there was something there that that's just my opinion. I felt Canelo was a little frustrated at times, but never out of the fight. I think around the seventh, he just started to take over the fight, and even some of those rounds that I thought Caleb Plant won, those early rounds, they could have gone either way. But to give Plant 2 or 3 rounds, I don't know, that's just crazy to me, man. But my hat's off to Canelo. He closed the show. He did what he had to do. He got him out of there like he told us, and he did a good job. Once he started to pour on that heat, Caleb Plant really didn't have an answer, and maintaining that fight style minus the power and having somebody like Canelo in front of you, it's gonna take a lot, and you can't depend on the scorecards like in a fight like that, because when Canelo lands shots, I think sometimes they're gonna stick in the judge's mind more because he rips you to that body. I mean, he started ripping Caleb to the body. Crazy, man. It was crazy. And it just, you know, Caleb didn't have enough to keep him off for the duration of 12 rounds. And he almost did it, man. He made it to the 11th. People were not giving him a chance. So, I don't know. I just feel like I was a little shocked, but maybe that's just me. They didn't give him enough credit, but not to take anything away from Canelo. He it's amazing what he's done in 11 months. It's kind of unheard of in this time to take over clean out a whole division like that. It's amazing. He definitely has my respect. So he said he would take time off, and it's much deserved, man. He definitely deserves that. What do you think he does when he comes back? He's coming back, obviously, Cinco de Mayo weekend. I would like to see him fight David Benavidez or Jermell Charlo. I think it would be a great fight. I think Canelo just wanted these belts for that. Now he's the top dog, and it's so hard to keep that position. But if anyone can do it, it's Canelo, and I'm just interested to see what he does next. What's next? Light heavyweight? Does he just stick around the middleweight division for a while holding the belts? I don't know. It's wild, man, but my hat's off to Canelo. He's one of a kind and one in a generation, man. Respect him. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What do you think's next for Canelo? What's next for Caleb Plant? And what did you guys think of the fight? And I'm off to the next one. Thank you guys.